Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today we are looking at our World in Pictures lesson. And if you have the magazine or the CD that comes with it, then you will be able to learn a lot of vocabulary that comes with the pictures in today's lesson. Now, our topic today is a bouquet for Mother's Day. So, everyone likes to buy flowers for mom, I think.
Of course. It's a great choice.
It is.
Right? 所以呢，今天来到我们图解世界的单元，那我们要来看到的对话中文的标题是母亲节花束，所以当然呢，可能我们就会学到一些在挑花这个选花上面的相关的字汇，让大家呢在有需要的时候可以来用的。我们赶快一起来看看吧。
A bouquet for Mother's Day. Louis is visiting a florist to buy flowers for Mother's Day.
Hello, I'd like to buy some flowers for my mother.
Oh, that's wonderful. What kind would you like?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I could use a little advice. Should I give her roses?
Roses usually express romantic interest. Another flower might be better.
I see. What flowers are most popular for Mother's Day?
Well, carnations are the official Mother's Day flower, but there are plenty of other options.
It's hard to decide what to pick.
How about picking a few different flowers for a bouquet?
That's a great idea.
You could add some pink hydrangeas. They represent deep affection.
Perfect. So I have white carnations, pink hydrangeas, and how about some purple or light blue flowers?
The purple baby's breath would look nice in your bouquet. As for blue flowers, what about the blue daisies?
That sounds like a great idea. My mother will love this arrangement.
Excellent. Let me trim the stems and wrap your flowers up nicely. You can use the paper temporarily before putting the flowers in a vase.
Okay, before we look at our lesson, I want to talk about a word in the very first line. Bouquet for Mother's Day. Now, sometimes you might hear people say bouquet. That's okay. It just depends on where you grew up. But the reason it's not bouquet, okay, this word originally came from French. Yes, so it's a bouquet for Mother's Day, not a bouquet, okay?
所以字尾的 t 记得不要发音因为呢它的这个源头是来自于法文，所以呢 t 是不发的。
So, in today's dialogue, we have two people. We have Louis and we have a florist. Now, a florist is a person who sells flowers, and a florist is usually trained in doing flower arrangements.
That's right.
Or 插花, right?
对。
Yes, they're usually trained in making flowers look very beautiful. So, that is what a florist is.
所以今天呢，我们的角色有两位，一位是 Louis， 那么另外一位 florist 呢，他是指的在花店里头卖花的店员。所以刚刚 Stevie 老师有提到说，通常呢，在花店的这个卖花的店员，他们是受过一些训练，他们是很知道怎么插花、怎么组合花的。
Yes, so that's called arranging flowers. Arrange, A-R-R-A-N-G-E.
这个呢，插花的这个字arrange 就是安排。我们等一下在对话里头也会看到它有出现。
Yeah. So, Louis is visiting a florist to buy flowers for Mother's Day.
所以呢，一开始我们来看到这个对话的情境是 Louis 呢，他到了一家花店，这里的 florist 是变成是花店了，flower shop 来买花呢，来要准备这个母亲节的花。
So, Louis walks in and says, "Hello, I'd like to buy some flowers for my mother." So that's pretty common, that's easy.
对。所以呢，第一句很简单Louis 他就说 hello 跟这个店员打招呼，然后他说呢，我想要，那这边他用一个比较有礼貌的说法 ，I'd like to 我想要呢买一些花来给我的妈妈。
You could also say, I would like to. And the florist says, that's wonderful. Like, great, awesome. What kind would you like? What kind of flowers would you like?
对，然后呢，这个花店的店员就说：“哇，那太棒啦！那你想要什么样的花呢？什么样的花是你会喜欢的呢？”
So, what do you like? Now, Louis says, honestly, I'm not sure.
所以一开始 Louis 呢，因为他其实并不是很确定，所以他说：“老实讲嘛，我并不确定。”
I could use a little advice. Like, I could use. This means in this situation, I need. I'm hoping I can get some good advice.
对，所以呢，他说我可以用得上啊。这里如果直译是这样子，那其实意思就是我需要啊。所以呢，我需要一点建议耶。哦，advice 在这里是一个名词，就是建议的意思。
Should I give her roses? Like, should I give my mom roses?
然后这里他就首先反问哦，他说我应该给她玫瑰吗？我应该送她玫瑰吗？
Now, I know in Taiwan, giving your mom roses is okay, right? In Western culture, we usually don't give our mom roses unless we know she loves roses specifically.
啊。所以呢，这边 Stevie 老师在讲的是说，就是这个一般呢，在台湾我们可能送玫瑰花也觉得很漂亮，所以也没有问题。但是在国外来讲的话呢，除非妈妈特别喜欢、特定的喜欢玫瑰，要不然的话，其实比较不会送哦。就是你送玫瑰是因为知道她喜欢玫瑰，所以刚刚有讲到一个字，特定的 （specifically）。
Oh, specifically. S-P-E-C-I-F-I-C-A-L-L-Y, specifically. So, and that's why the florist in the next sentence says, roses usually express, or in this case, show, romantic interest.
所以这里的话呢，这个花店的店员就回答他说：“玫瑰啊，它通常 express 是表达的意思，所以我们有时候讲花语嘛，所以呢，每个花它是有它表达的意思的。所以他这里说玫瑰通常表达的是 romantic， 通常是指这个浪漫指的是男女之情的所以呢，这边的话 interest 上的是兴趣或者是这个就是有兴趣，所以它表达的是男女之情之间的那种兴趣。”所以就是意思是不太适合的意思。
Or we could just say a love interest.
就是呢有这个恋情的、爱意的这种感觉的。
So now the florist says another flower might be better. I might suggest another flower.
对，所以他说别种的花呢，有可能 might be 有可能呢比较好。那这里的 might 它用过去式，并不是说它是过去这只是单纯一个语气上的一个用法而已。
And Louis says, I see. What flowers are most popular for Mother's Day? And this is also very common. What flowers are most popular for Mother's Day?
对。所以呢，他接着问对问题了啦因为他首先说我了解了所以玫瑰有这样的意思，那么呢别的花可能比较好。那什么花对母亲节来说呢是最受欢迎的，叫做 most popular 所以呢最受欢迎的是什么花呢？
And the florist says, well, carnations are the official Mother's Day flower. So somebody somewhere said, Mother's Day is a carnation day. That's the official flower.
好，所以 official 这个字是指官方的正式的。所以呢，这里的话就是指说，这么说的话呢，这个康乃馨其实是这个官方的这种母亲节的花朵这样的一个意思。
But there are plenty of other options. There are plenty of other choices, and plenty means many. So, but there are many other choices.
没错，所以他说，但是呢，还是有很多的，这里的 plenty of 或者是 many， 还是有许多的 other options， 其他的选择或者刚刚 Stevie 老师讲到的代替的字是 choice Can we spell that, please?
C-H-O-I-C-E, choice. And I want to let students know, plenty of is very common. I don't hear it used very often in Taiwan in English, but it's a great word to use, a great phrase to use. For instance, over Lunar New Year, I had a friend over for dinner.
Okay.
And another friend called me and said, hey, do you want to go out to eat? And I said, no, I cooked dinner, but I have plenty of food. You should come over to my house and eat.
Oh, okay.
So that's very common. Oh, we have plenty. It's okay. Come over. It just means we have a lot. And it's very common in like daily conversation in the US.
没错，所以是一个很好的片语，可以把它记下来哦。
Especially when people are like, oh, 我怕你不够. You know, I'm afraid that, no, we have plenty.
我们有很多
Yeah.
不用担心
Yeah.
这样子。
So now, after she says the carnation's the official flower, but there are plenty of other choices, Lewis says, it's hard to decide what to pick, what to choose. It's hard to decide.
所以呢，这时候 Louis 他就出现了迟疑，所以他说，好难去决定要选什么。这里的 pick 是选的意思哦，所以好难决定要选什么哎。
And so the florist says, how about picking a few different flowers for a bouquet? Okay. How about picking a pair of, different flowers and we can put them all together?
对，所以呢，这个花店的店员就建议他 How about 就是一个建议的常用的一个开头哦，怎么样，如何呢？好不好呢？哦，那怎么样呢？在 about 后面告诉我们，选几种不同的花来组成一个花束，如何呢？这样的意思。
Yeah. And 有没有发现我刚刚故意用 bouquet?
有。
Yeah, bouquet. They're all used. So I just wanted to let you hear it naturally. Okay, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll come back with the rest of today's dialogue. Okay, looking at the next part of our dialogue, the florist just told Louis, choose a few different flowers. We'll make a bouquet. And Louis says, that's a great idea.
所以 Louis 觉得很棒，所以他说这真是一个很好的主意啊。
The florist says, you could add some pink hydrangeas. They represent deep affection. So they represent. Another word that we use, especially when we're talking about like the meaning of flowers and that, is the word symbol. S-Y-M-B-O-L. And they symbolize deep affection, which you can say, this symbolizes my love for you. So symbolize, S-Y-M-B-O-L-I-Z-E, symbolize.
没错，所以呢，首先这个店员他先回答他说你可以呢增添一些叫 add 增加一些呢粉红色的绣球花，它们呢代表着这个深深的爱意这里的 affection 就是爱意的意思。那么这里的 represent 呢代表，那么刚刚呢 Stevie 老师讲了这个 symbolize 一样是动词，是象征的意思那如果它变成名词，就是刚刚 Stevie 老师有讲到的 symbol， 那是名词所以呢，这里的话你可以用 symbolize 来取代它。
So she says you could use some pink hydrangeas, and Louis says, perfect. So, okay, I like the pink hydrangea idea.
对。
So, I have white carnations, pink hydrangeas, and how about some purple or light blue flowers? So maybe his mom likes purples, and so how about some purple or light blue flowers?
所以呢，这里呢，这个首先 Louis 他这个肯定粉红色绣球花的这个建议，所以他说太完美了。然后他接着就开始整理，所以他说，所以呢，我有白色的康乃馨，粉红色的绣球花。那么，我们又看到 how about 那么来点紫色跟淡蓝色的花怎么样呢？如何呢？这样。
So now, and he uses how about because he's kind of saying, yes, I want this, but he's also asking her, will this go? What do you think about me wanting that?
That's right. 所以他也在问店员的想法。
Yeah. And so now the florist said, the purple baby's breath would look nice in your bouquet. Now, baby's breath, okay? When I was little and I heard people talk about baby's breath, I thought they were talking 婴儿的那种呼吸, and I thought, what is baby's breath? That's so weird. But it is the name of a flower.
满天星
Yeah.
所以呢，这个店员就回答他说紫色的满天星呢，在你的这个花束里头看起来会很好，很棒。
And then, so now she says, okay, yeah, the purple baby's breath would look good. As for blue flowers, so thinking about or talking about blue flowers, because he said purple or light blue.
对。
So as for blue flowers, what about the blue daisies?
所以呢，这里的 as for 是至于所以至于谈到蓝色的花的话呢，那么什么样如何？这里我们看到另外一个用法 what about 那么蓝色的小雏菊如何呢？
And Lewis says, that sounds like a great idea. So again, that's a great idea. That sounds like a good idea. I like what you're thinking.
所以有时候呢，你常常会听到人家说，这听起来就像是一个很棒的建议。那其实不是听起来，其实就是一个很棒的 idea 这样。
My mother will love this arrangement.
所以呢，他接着说，我妈妈会非常喜欢这样的，你可以直译成安排那你也可以把它讲成是这样子的一个组合这样子的花的一个组合，这样的安排。这个 arrangement 就是刚刚前面一开始的时候 Stevie 老师有补充到的。
Yep, you arrange the flowers into a flower arrangement. And that's your bouquet, your bouquet.
对，那么在这个句子里头 Stevie 老师刚刚讲的 you arrange flowers 是那个 arrange 是动词它指的是你安排，它本来是指安排。那当然你在插花的时候，你是指你把这些花摆放安排在不同的位置，然后呢完成的你的那个花的一个插花的一个作品，那个时候的 flower arrangement 加了一个 ment 就变名词。好，所以两个都可以这样用。
So now the florist says, excellent. That just means great.
对。
Let me trim the stems and wrap your flowers up nicely. So trim the stems. The flower stem is the long part underneath the flower,
对
right? So she's just going to trim the stems a little bit. She's just going to cut a little bit so she can get the size right. Also, when you trim a flower fresh and then put it in water, they're able to, because the bottom hasn't dried, they're able to take in water better.
That's right. That's right. And to live for a few more days.
Yeah. So let me trim the stems and wrap your flowers up nicely.
所以他就说太好了那么就让我呢来 trim 这个动词指的是修剪的意思，修剪的 stems 是那个花的茎的部分花茎，所以呢让我来修剪这个茎的部分呢，然后帮你把花好好的包起来，包装起来。这里的 wrap up 这个片语是在一起的。
We also use the word trim when we're getting our hair cut.
对。
If you say, I need a haircut, then it could be any kind of haircut. But if you tell the barber or hairstylist, I just need a little trim,
对
that means they're just going to cut off a little bit. They're just, 那个叫修 Yeah, they're
对
just going to, trim a little bit. So trim can be used in a haircut. It can also be used when you're, clipping grass in your garden. You want to trim it, make it look nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's all called trimming.
所以 trim 这个字最常用到的一个，除了是这种修剪植物的修剪树这种花茎的修剪，另外一个就是我们说头发修头发，我要修一下，我没有要剪的话，你也可以用 trim。
Yeah. So now the florist says, you can use the paper. She's going to wrap it in paper.
对
You can use the paper temporarily. That just means for a short period. You can use the paper temporarily before putting the flowers in a vase. Like the paper will hold it together
That's right.
in a beautiful bouquet.
所以他说呢，那你可以用这个纸暂时的用，暂时性的用呢，包到你把这个花放进 这个花瓶里为止哦，那么都可以暂时性的用这个纸来包住它。
Okay, sounds like he got a very nice Mother's Day arrangement for
That's
his
right.
mom. Now, that is our dialogue for today. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with our words and phrases for today. Okay, looking at vocabulary words and phrases that we learned this time, we learned the word could use. I could use. This just means I'm hoping for. Okay, I'm hoping for, I could use this. I'm hoping to get help on something. Also, to express something. That means like you're showing something. I'm expressing an interest in you. I'm showing that I'm interested in you. We also talked about plenty of. We got plenty of food, Laurie. Come over. We also learned the word represent. To represent something. And we learned the word, or the phrase, as for. We also learned trim, to like trim your hair or trim a flower. The stem, the bottom, the long green part on a flower. And we learned the word temporarily, which just means for a very short time. And those are our words and phrases for today. Now, we will see you back here again next time, we hope. See you next time.
Bye-bye.